Hi, I'm Cullen Moore from the band Sleep Theory, and these are my Marquee memories. ...2023, our second tour. It was with Set It Off. It was a really cool tour, and I really enjoyed it. We were super grateful, super happy to be out there. During the set, he would get off of stage, and he would stand in the crowd with the fans, and I thought that was the coolest thing. So it wasn't long after that I, stirred up the nerve enough to ask the fans to hold me up. At Rocklahoma, I started a circle pit in one of our songs, jumped off of stage, ran to the middle of the crowd, got in the circle pit, went in the circle with them, jumped on the crowd. They crowd surfed me back. It was a good time. Shinedown tour, July of 2023. And believe it or not, this was our first tour. We played our first show at Sleep Theory at a bar in Memphis called Lafayette's. And after the show, Zach Myers was in the back, and he walked up to me and he was like, so, I was like, Shinedown tour, July? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. That's how I got the Shinedown tour. I'm super grateful to Shinedown because they taught us a lot, outside of the performing aspect. They taught us, no matter how big you get, just continue to be yourself. Don't change for anybody, keep your roots. And, they're playing these arenas, they're playing these stadiums and such. So it's really cool to see just a humble group of guys that aren't showing any kind of persona, that aren't trying to be this or that. It's really motivational. It was 2013 or 14. It was in Nashville. I think the name of the tour was the Jungle Tour that Bruno Mars was doing. I was a teenager. I was young, but my dad took me and my best friend. It was super cool. It was great. The production on it was super immersive. And the performance of the band of Bruno Mars, it was absolutely amazing. At the end of the song, he would do this thing where he would stop and all the lights would kind of dim, and he would be sniffing and it would seemingly be oh, he's crying because he's heartbroken, and everybody oh my gosh, Bruno, he's hurting at this one show. And you get online and you see that he does it every single show. It's a part of the show. And buddy, that was a part of it. That was one of the things. I'm dude, he's working the crowd. It's great, make him feel special. I've always wanted to be an artist that isn't tied to any particular sound, and I think that Bruno Mars kind of set that idea in my brain. One year he will do ballads or this or that, and the next year he'll do pop, and the next year it's oldies. I don't ever want to be caged in. Bruno Mars definitely was a big influence on branching out and doing whatever you kind of want to do, and then people will either like it or they won't. Thanks for listening to some of my Marquee memories. Make sure to catch us on tour to create some of your own.